I think I've probably said it a dozen or more times, that the prosecutors keep bringing a machine gun to a fist fight. And the amount of overkill was especially seen today. They put up on the stand a medical examiner who was talking about the autopsies on the children. This is horrific, horrific testimony. No one needs to hear it, but they want to reinforce that they believe that Lindsay is a monster. So they continue to do this kind of over-the-top prosecution, even though the defense has already conceded this evidence. So you've got one side that says she did it, and the other side going, yep, we agree. So why does it have to be such a fight? And this has been my point since the very beginning. This is why I'm just detesting these prosecutors, because I think you can go into court and you can make your points and you can win a case pretty easily, especially if the other side isn't fighting back. And that's what's happening in this case. Lindsay Clancy has acknowledged that she's killed her kids. Her attorney has acknowledged that she killed her kids. Their entire defense strategy is predicated upon acknowledging that Lindsay killed her children, but that she's not criminally responsible. Whether it was a psychosis or whatever she was suffering from, she should not be held criminally responsible for doing what she did. But at the end of the day, they say she did what she did. So when the prosecution comes in and says she did it, and they go, yep, she did, the prosecution yells louder, she did it. Okay, still the same answer. There's probably at least 85 to 90% of the witnesses that have taken the stand that Kevin Reddington hasn't even bothered to put through a cross-examination. He's just accepted their testimony. Their statements have been put right into evidence without any pushback. All of the exhibits that the prosecution has presented, he's accepted into evidence. He's acknowledging every step of the way. They have stipulated, they have conceded, they have acknowledged, they have accepted, they've acquiesced, they have done everything to politely say to the prosecution, yep, this is exactly what's happening. And yet the prosecution keeps yelling louder and louder and louder about she did it, she did it, she did it. Why do you continue to keep fighting and fighting and fighting and doing it in such a way that is just hideous when the other side has already accepted the facts? If I'm on the jury and you walked in and you said, the sky is blue, I'd go, okay, interesting point. What say you? And the other side says, we agree that the sky is blue. I'd go, oh, so you say the sky is blue and you say the sky is blue. So as the jury, I guess I think the sky is blue because both sides are singing the same tune. He is not disagreeing with the fact that Lindsay killed her children. He's not fighting back against the evidence that Lindsay killed her children. They are saying Lindsay did it, but she's not criminally responsible for it. The prosecution, I think the reason they're doing this is because what's that old saying where it's like when the truth is on your side, you just say the truth. But when you know you can't win the argument, you have to bang your fist on the desk. That's what they're doing. Every day is a bang your fist on the desk because they know that when it comes down to proving sane or insane, right? That's very simplest terms. I get that it's called something different in Massachusetts, but they can't prove that she planned it, that she premeditated it, that she wanted those children dead, that she didn't love her kids, that she's a monster. That's the part they're having a hard time proving. All the other evidence stacks up. Either over-medicated, she was incorrectly medicated, she was something diagnosed and mixed with the wrong medication. There was something that caused a psychosis, a snap, a something that caused her to do this all of a sudden. And all the evidence shows that she felt like it was coming and she was seeking help and she couldn't get the help she needed. Gonna struggle to prove that she was 100% sane when she did it. So they keep banging their fist on the desk and doing these awful, awful, horrible things. Today, when that medical examiner was up there and they had to excuse the jury, the minute the judge had them put down their notebooks and leave the room, probably every single juror probably thought, why are we doing this? The general consensus is, why is this even a trial? They should have allowed her to take a plea deal and go into a psychiatric hospital where she needs to be for the rest of her life. That's what they should have allowed her to do. But this district attorney, complete fucking asshole. And he said, nope, first-degree murder, 3 charges. Let's send her to prison for the rest of her life without parole. Because he's a fucking asshole. If you have not seen this video by Sue O'Connell is one of the commentators from NBC News 10 Boston. She's in the room every single day. And she's seeing and hearing exactly what the jury is seeing and hearing. She was in the room when they played the actual recording of the 911 call. And although she says there's what she's trying to dispute is that there's people that say that Lindsay was speaking in full sentences and she was speaking clearly, and that is not true. The other part that's not true is that she couldn't speak at all. I said this in a previous video, that she was mumbling, she was moaning. That's what some of the first responders said. Sue O'Connell verifies that she was mumbling incoherently, but that when Patrick was trying to talk to her, they can hear on the 911 call one very distinct word. That word is basement. The people in the room who listened to that 911 call, there were dozens of them in the room listening to that 911 call, and they all heard it. She said the word basement. And then when Patrick, still on the phone, runs to the basement, he says, she killed the kids. She killed the kids. And it came with tremendous anguish and pain and suffering. Sue O'Connell says that call, listening to Patrick Clancy on that 911 call, was devastating. He was an absolutely destroyed man during that call. By the way, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning and I have a 6 o'clock flight. So when I get back to Atlanta, I will probably make some more videos tomorrow afternoon. I want to go back into this Dan Lawler who testified today. He's the guy that was from the Massachusetts State Police who was outside Lindsay's room. That sounds like it got a little testy on his cross-examination too, so I'll get into that. More to come. Keep coming back.